Today we're looking at my 2003 Suzuki SV1000, sometimes called the 1000N for naked. In fact, more often than not, it's called the 1000N. It's a naked bike. As you can see, it comes with a little half cover. The bike is for sale. Craigslist ads right now. Probably put something on Cycle Trader pretty soon. The date is February 10th. I thought I would show, at least initially, to give you an idea of the oops, it's in here. A shot of listening to it. Okay, it's all stock, mufflers are stock, no holes drilled in them right now. I sealed them up. The bike has not been raced, it has not been dropped, it has not crashed, completely clean from top to bottom. It has one tiny dent that I will show in another shot. The mileage at the moment, $14,355 miles. I don't know, as you can tell, I'm no 25-year-old kid. I've owned it for almost 2 years. Put 2,500 miles on it. Before that, it was owned by a fellow over in California who put, I don't even know, but Larry is in his 50s, maybe early 60s at the most. So it is not a kid's bike, and it hasn't been handled like a kid's bike, which might not sound like a good deal to you if you're a kid, but if you're a little bit older, you probably appreciate that. At least I did. The seat that's on it is a Corbin seat. I have the stock seat. It has a passenger seat showing right now, and I have a cowl covering that I'll show you on in the next clip. Blue to match the paint of the bike, and it's where the passenger doesn't sit. But right now it's set up so that a person can ride it, either with a passenger or not, of course. With the cowl, you can't ride it with a passenger. One other thing, most of my riding on this bike was in a more sports touring fashion. I had lower foot pegs and higher handlebars, and then I later put on some accessory bags and a trunk and things like that. But at the moment, it's set up for somebody who wants a bone stock, or basically bone stock, Suzuki SV1000 naked. At the left side, or as the English refer to it, the near side of my 2003 SV1000. No particular reason for this, except I did show you the other side, and in fairness, I think you ought to be able to see a more or less moving view of this. I will try to zoom in on it. I doubt that I can show you the dent. I probably have to use a still photo to show the dent. But it's in the At this point in the video, I'm thinking you might want to know the specs for this motorcycle. The picture you're seeing right now, if you really want to know details, you can stop the video by clicking on the little stop button and review the individual items at your leisure. I'm not going to waste any time laying those out, so off we go. So much for the dry and boring part of the presentation. What you're looking at right now is the video from a camera I've mounted on the gas tank of the SV1000, and it's looking over the handlebars to the instruments and the surrounding terrain, which is a very quiet street with no cars on it most of the time. What I'm going to do is just run the thing up through the gears, at least through second gear, and get pretty close to red line, and then dial it down and take it back home. This will be fairly brief. The purpose of this exercise is to let's listen to the engine, tie it to the way the bike is moving, get an idea as to whether your piston changing holes or transmission gears flying out the back with 13,000 miles or whatever it is. You really don't expect much more than a perfectly running engine. When we first started the video, I showed you the bike with a cover on it. This is the cover. It's a Motogear Extreme Classic. I don't know what that is. I don't know who makes it or anything else, but it's a nice little cover. Keeps the thing nice in the garage. So what I'm going to do now is show you the other parts that come with the motorcycle. Right here is a series of charts that I picked up off the internet showing horsepower and torque. At the time I had an Aprilia Tuono naked, and it was a little hard for me to handle, a little too pipey, not enough low-end grunt for my taste. So I went on and checked out a bunch of them, ended up with the SV1000, really nice bike. Factory toolkit, starting with the set of pliers, the bag, a couple of sockets in 1917 and I don't know, 12 I suppose, and then open end wrenches, 24 closed box wrench, and a 22. Then a set of Allen wrenches, and then this little device here is to give you a little more leverage. And oh, okay. Following that is the extra riding seat. It's a little stuffy, just a little taller. I put some foam into it and raised it up and softened it up and made it much more comfortable for me. And over here is the cowl, which scratched up a little bit, not perfect. Apparently it came off an SV650, but the color's the same basically, and the fit's the same. This is the owner's manual, and it's for the SV1000, not the 1000S. And this is the maintenance record. I only did one significant service in the time that I had it, and that was pretty thorough. So here we have the top one is a, I don't know, 150, 200 page service manual for the 1000S, which is, as I said, basically identical to the 1000 except for the fairing, and the naked bike has no fairing, and it has handlebars, removable handlebars. And the final, this is a supplementary service manual for the 1000S. And finally, the SV1000, the 1000 supplementary service manual specifically for that model. And